What's up everyone, this is Yasser Alid, and in today's video I will be talking about the top teams in the Halloween Cup. Before we head and talk about the Cup, this is a reminder to follow me on social medias, Twitch, Twitter, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's totally free. And now let's go and see what's the Halloween Cup. The Halloween Cup is basically a Great League format where you can only use Poison, Bug, Ghost, Dark, and Fairy. That's it. I mean, using Poison Bug is allowed, but don't use it. It's optional, but yeah, don't use it. Let's see what's the main Pokemons in this cup. So I divided them into Dark, Poison, and Code Breakers. There is two types that I'm not going to be talking about a lot. It's the Fairy and the Bug and the Ghost. Why? Because they don't work. That's it. The top Pokemons, the Dark. And in the Dark, the top two are those two, Umbreon, Mandibuzz. You can say that it's just Mandibuzz, and Umbreon, Obstagoon comes after. Zweilous, Titar are like the third best option, but all of them are usable. And the Poison Squad, there is Nidoqueen, which is number one. What comes after Nidoqueen is Dragalge, 100%, and Beedrill. Maybe Quillfish is decent. If you have a Quillfish that you've never used, you can use it here. Nidorina is a good spicy pick. If you have a Hundo Purified, you need a Purified Hundo because you need the return, you need the Poison Fang, and I think it has Poison Sting, so it's kind of a spammy. So, you know, there is Poison, there is Dark, and there is Poison Dark. This is a very interesting typing, especially in Halloween Cup, because this typing is literally what's killing most of the Code Breakers. The top Poison Dark Pokemons are Alolan, Grimer, which is just an expensive version of Shadow or like non-Shadow Skuntank. You need the Shadow, don't use the non-Shadow. And Drapion. Those three are the best Poison Dark Pokemon. So if you're looking for a Poison, you can consider those three. If you're looking for a Dark, you can always consider those three. So this new Pokemon that there is lots of drama now on Twitter about, because Niantic made some questionable decision by making this Pokemon only hatching from egg and being the rarest to hatch, plus you can only hatch female, which is 1/8 of a chance. So it's kind of, you need to hatch like, let's say if you hatch 100 eggs, 110 kilometer, 12 kilometer eggs, you will be hatching 10, and those 10 you might only get 2 females. So yeah, it's kind of a Monka-esque decision, but to be honest, it's like using a Shadow version of the Shadow Nidoqueen. You can always use the Queen. There is no obligation to use the new Pokemon. Nidoqueen is just a superior Poison type that beats all the Poison, and it can beat all the Dark. The only Pokemon that here can almost destroy Nidoqueen is Mandibuzz, and those here. And the Dragalge is tough, but Nidoqueen, somehow, if Nidoqueen is under pressure, Nidoqueen can always beat stuff because it has the potential to nuke almost everything with the Earth Power as long as they don't fly. Mandibuzz gives Nidoqueen some troubles, but Mandibuzz I think Mandibuzz wins the 0, and you don't care after that because the Earth damage is going to put Nidoqueen at low health. The Code Breakers, Azu. XL Azu is the best Code Breaker in this cup because you dual versus the Poison, you win the 0 in most cases. You beat all the Dark, you just wall all the Dark. Your only problem is the one shield Poison Jab users, that's it, and nothing. I don't think anything else other than Galv can beat Azu. There is Mewile, because Mewile beats all the Dark. It does fine versus the Poison because of the Steel typing. A9, you destroy the Dark, you lose to the Poison. It's just, A9 is just like a cheaper version of Azu in this cup. Frostlass, you beat the Poison. You do fine versus Dark because you have the Ice typing. You can beat Mandibuzz. You lose to Jellicent if you don't bait correctly. And that is Scizor. Why Scizor is good? It's because Scizor beats the Poison. What else? Nothing. That's it. And you have to have shields, by the way. And it has to be the Shadow. The non-Shadow is so bad. A Code Breaker that is decent here is Galvantula, if under the correct circumstances, like correct conditions where like they have maybe Umbreon and you have Galv, or they have Drapion, you have Galv. Not the Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen just destroy Galv. Destroy everything about Galv. So that's why people like Nidoqueen. Azu is tough to use. Galv is tough to use. Jellicent is good versus Nido, but If you have a Shadow Nidoqueen doesn't care about anything. It beats everything in the 2 straight poison thing, including Drapion. You can beat Drapion straight poison thing. If you have a good attack one, like 10 attack Shadow Nidoqueen, you can win CMP versus Drapion. Crobat is a tough matchup for Nido, but Nido doesn't care. Nido can beat everything. I meta Beck. I think people didn't use it that much last rotation because Nidoqueen was everywhere. And it's tough to use Crustle versus Nidoqueen. It's usable, not the worst matchup, I believe. But it doesn't reliably beat Azu since Azu now is XL. So that's another reason why. Wormadam. I used Wormadam in everyday last Halloween Cup because it just destroys Nidoqueen. And it do fine versus the Dark because it has a decent bulk. Moving to the anti-meta. Anti-meta Pokemon and good. Here is this, Volibee. If you have a Hondo Volibee, if you hatch more than Hondo Volibee, you can use Mandibuzz Volibee code in this cup. And this one has a Brave Bird, which is better nuke potential than Mandy. So, you know, like Mandy is like as bulky as Umbreon. Volibee is almost as the nuke potential, which is so good. Sableye can do just Sableye things, you know. Crocodile is a Pokemon that's exclusive to those people who are who finished the level 48 in the game research. You get a level 15 one which you can use. You can use the second version or the second evolution, but it's very expensive. Golurk, it's just something that destroys all the poison. And there is so many poison because poison is literally everywhere in this cup. Shadow Grumble just destroyed the Dark. Venomoth, it's a bug that has confusion, so you beat the poison. You can grab a shield sometimes, but other than that, it's not the greatest. It's Venomoth is just a cheap version of Wormadam. Wiggles is just like a Charmer. AWAC was decent the last 2 days of last Halloween Cup because everyone was running Wormadam and Mawile and Fortress. Those stuff were like too popular, and then like AWAC just came in to destroy all of those Pokemons. So this is the main stuff. How to build a team in Halloween Cup. The best format in Halloween Cup, you know, like Poison Double Dark and Open Great League. Well, here you do the opposite. That's the best team you can build in this cup. So choose a Dark, choose Poison, and then choose a Poison Dark. A Poison Dark is like Muck, Drapion, and Skunk. Those four. Choose one Dark, choose one Poison, and you get a BBML team in the Halloween Cup. Now moving into the top teams. The BBML team, according to PvPoke, is Mandibuzz, Jellicent, Nidoqueen. This team basically has a decent, above average bulk because Jellicent is too bulky in this cup. Mandibuzz is one of the bulkiest, the second bulkiest, and Nidoqueen is just a hard-hitting Pokemon, hard-hitting from fast move. I think you run Bubble, you don't run Hex. You need the Bubble in this cup because Water is a neutral, providing neutral damage to everything in this cup, where Hex doesn't do any super effective damage. So Bubble here is better than Hex. Bubble Beam or Ice Beam, it's optional. You need the Shadow Ball. Dragalge is tough for this team. Dragalge is actually tough. I mean, Mandy can beat Dragalge in the 0, but it's gonna come to the one who's sneaking in the 1. Dragalge beat Nidoqueen. Dragalge can beat Jellicent, but it doesn't just run through the entire team because this team has just a decent bulk, decent charge moves, decent coverage, covers everything. So it's tough, but it's manageable. So this is the beginning Halloween Cup. I was running this team, and Smash King was also running the same team. So Mandibuzz, this is kind of an ABA week to Azu. So in this team, you don't safe swap. If you have a bad lead, you just stay in. If you win the lead, you also stay in. And then Nidoqueen and Wormadam just RPS the backline. So for example, if they safe swap Poison, you have Wormadam, which just can completely confusion down the poisons all the way. If they safe swap Azu, you have Nidoqueen. If they have Azu in the lead, you can go into Wormadam. That's the only situation where I can think of safe swapping. Other than that, I don't think you safe swap. This team is just the 3 generalists that beats everything. The only tough Pokemon for this team is Chandelure, and Chandelure, I mean, Nidoqueen can beat Chandelure straight poison thing, and Mandibuzz destroy this thing. Yeah, Mandibuzz doesn't kill it instantly because it doesn't have a Snarl, but I still think that Mandibuzz just destroy this Pokemon. Another top team was suggested by PvPoke is Nido Double Dark. It's a double dark everywhere, and it's the same concept I talked about. A poison dark Pokemon, a dark Pokemon, and a poison Pokemon. So you can use Nidoqueen or Shadow Nidoqueen or this new Pokemon here. With the best poison. The best two poison, the best two dark in this cup, I wouldn't say Umbreon, because Umbreon has a dark fast move where those two have a non-dark fast move, which means you can beat the other dark. Umbreon doesn't spam poison moves versus the poison. Drapion Mirror, I think you go straight crunch and the one who gets debuff wins. Dragalge is tough, but it's manageable because 2 crunches KO, Mandy win the 0, Nido can win the 2 straight poison thing. Another team was popularized by Yonkis. I think that this is the title of his YouTube video. This team was basically Shadow Caesar and Shields. Yeah, those two, just Shields. So Shadow Caesar, just hard-hitting fast moves versus almost everything, and 2 stuff that do well versus everything in the cup. So Shadow Caesar just wall the poison. I wouldn't say wall because it takes so much damage, but still you can beat all the poison. So you beat the poison, that's it. You beat the poison, you beat the dark, you beat the poison dark. And those are just like, you use them to catch moves, to shield, as extra shield, extra bulk. Make sure to check this YouTube video. I think it was one of the popular teams out there. Another team was made by FP Sticks. I think the title of the video was This Halloween Cup Team is Amazing, Pokemon Go Battle League PvP. He was using Crustle. Why Crustle? Because Crustle walls the poison and it beats the dark, because you have X Scissor and you have Smackdown, and so technically you have a better fast move than all the dark, so you can beat all the dark. And 2 answers to Azu, basically. This team is very solid. I mean, everything with the Drapion is solid, and I have this team featured because he was one of few people who were using Jellicent. I didn't use Jellicent because I think there's many better options than Jellicent to use in this cup, but he managed to make this team very popular, and he had a play versus almost everything. Moving to another team was popularized by Walwar. Walwar is the king of ABB. No one makes better ABB teams than Walwar, and his team was Wormadam Double Dark. The problem with this team was Charmers, and he was abusing the fact that no one uses Charmers in this cup. So technically this team was safe, so his only concern was Scrafty in the opponent side. That's it. No one has Volipede, no one runs Charmander, because this cup is literally poison cup. You don't run Charmers. And this team was actually very solid. Like, it's a very solid team as long as they don't have a Charmander. What's the concept behind this team? It's just 2 stuff that had answered Nidoqueen. Check his YouTube video, Dismantling the Halloween Cup at 3200 elo. Dragalge is very solid versus the dark. Dragalge is also very solid versus the poison. So it beats those 2, and 2 stuff in the back in case they have Azu. He does well versus the dark because he has 2 answers for dark. He has 2 answers for poison. And that's the cup basically, by poison and dark. For Mawile, people might say that Mawile beats this team in the lead. But to be honest, Mawile doesn't beat Dragalge because Dragalge resists all of Mawile moveset as long as it's not played off. Iron Head doesn't do anything. Aquatiel will add up because Mawile literally has no stat product. According to Go Battle Log. Go Battle Log said that this was the most used team according to the people who provided them with data. It was Nido Drapion core with Frostlass. This team is literally 3 safe swaps. Those 3 don't have any bad matchups. Like, what's the thing that can beat all of those? Like, you might say that it's Wormadam. No, it has to be Wormadam in the lead, Caesar in the back, and no one runs that. No one runs this. Like, the only way to beat this team is just by completely RPSing this team. And it's tough to RPS this team because no one's gonna run a Mud Slap user in the lead or a Confusion user in the lead with Shadow Caesar. Like, you don't run 2 frail stuff. An ABA Dark team, again, I think I talked about this team. So this team is basically Dark, Poison, Poison Dark. Easy. Halloween Cup team. A triple Dark team. Yeah, like when you ban Charmers, Dark Pokemons, like people sometimes get rude by using 3 Pokemons of the same typing. Like, 1 Charmer can sweep the entire team, but there was no Charmers to use because Poison are everywhere. I mean, Dark sometimes struggle with his poison, but Mandy beats the poison. Umbreon is tough. And something to talk about here, with Umbreon, you run Psychic in this cup. You don't run Last Resort, I think, because it's better to have Umbreon with Dark move, Psychic move, and 2 stuff that answers the Dark, which most likely are Drapion and the Poison Pokemon, or Azu. So you don't make your Umbreon to counter the Dark, because you need your Umbreon to counter the Poison, because the Poison are everywhere. And Sableye can beat the Poison because you resist Poison, because of the subtyping Ghost. Fortress is tough for this team, and Azu is tough. Azu can basically kill a Pokemon and a half here. It's not the worst out there, but it's manageable. Moving into another team, I hate Dark. It's literally 3 stuff that beats the Dark. Galv, Nido beats the Dark, all of them technically, because they are either Poison Dark, where like the ground typing help, or they are just Dark, where like Nidoqueen can beat the Dark in the 1 and the 2, and Azu. So as long as you can manage to control the Drapion, this team should destroy everything. A balanced team with a decent fast move pressure. This is one of my favorites. Sableye, Nidocore, and Azu in the back. You can replace Azu with something like Mandy, but I like the Azu here because you have a Pokemon that just destroy the Dark, and you have 2 stuff that do well versus the opposing Dark, because Nidoqueen beats the Dark. Sableye can beat the Drapion. Yes, you struggle versus Umbreon, but it's a fine matchup. And the last team I have here is just a team with triple fast move pressure, Water Gun, Qwilfish, Nidoqueen, and Shadow Caesar. You don't have any stat product, so your only hope to win with this team is just to RPS the opponent. That's the only way. Or just by the fast move pressure, and you hope that you get a good alignment. If you have a good alignment with this team, there is no way to lose, because you're just going to RPS, you're going to destroy. Mandibuzz is very tough. It's very tough for this team, because the slash damage is gonna add up. I think this is the last team, and a special thank to Go Battle Log for providing me with the top team usage, and PvPoke, the great stuff that they put out there by featuring, by giving the access to the top teams, posting top teams, and also the top ranking for every cup. YTX Pikachu for also giving me access to his data, and MX Champ for helping me in designing those slides. And that's the end of the video. If you like it, make sure to leave a like. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. If you have any question about any of the teams, make sure to leave in the comment section below, and I will be glad to answer all of your questions. That's the end of the video, and see you in the next one. Peace.